on the pretty picture.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's the short, that's the condensed version.
And I appreciate that. That's why I wanted this one to be shorter. Well, thank you for the invitation. Casper, thank you for allowing us to use your facility today. Appreciate that. As previously mentioned, we have some questions here. And the first one is, what's the status of the investigation from this first shooting at the school? I think most of you remember the last meeting, we had a lot of discussion about a gentleman that was shot here on the playground, shot in the stomach, as I recall. I checked on the progress of that investigation. Detective St. Aubin is the investigator. The case has been referred to the Ingham County Prosecutor's Office for prosecution. So it's pending the review of a prosecutor to see if warrants will be issued. So it's in Mr. Dunning's office. The second question is, what do we know about the victims and the suspects from the murder? I'm going to assume that you're talking about the most recent murder. Is that correct?
Yes, are there more than, yes.
Yeah,
Most
well,
recent.
that's, when you say, yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
The person
sorry.
was just a shooting, you're right.
Right, Malibu and
Yep,
Rayburn.
most of you know that, I don't recall the date. Jason, do you remember the date? An incident started at Malibu and Rayburn where it ended up turning into a body in Francis Park, which was determined to be a homicide. And I'm not sure why they picked that park, Murdoch. That's a lovely park and we all enjoy it, but I guess it is what it is, huh? We have 2 people in custody and we are seeking charges on a 3rd person. None of those suspects live in your neighborhood. Not sure why they chose the intersection of Malibu and Rayburn to have their difference of opinion, but it's unfortunate that it happened, but they did. And then things went south and they took off from there. So none of them live in your neighborhood. These people are not related, or I should say this, that incident, the murder, was not related to the shooting at elementary school that occurred the previous month. The third question is, what new crimes have occurred in our area? I think Jason handed out a map. Hopefully some of you had a chance to look at that. Fourth question is, are we being impacted by perceived high crime areas to our west and south? I guess I'm not clear on what you're asking there.
My question, because when I traced some of the incidents that occurred with that murder, where the people were eventually found was right just outside of our neighborhood. And as looking at our map and the neighborhoods around us, we have Starlight, Malibu, Deerfield, Laudor, that kind of connect into our neighborhood that are directly proximal to some of the neighborhoods that seem to have higher crimes. And we usually look at our map and we have our boundaries here, but some of the things seem to be happening here and here that might be affecting us. So we're kind of starting to investigate that and wondering how that might relate to our neighborhood for some of that sort of spillover.
I guess my thoughts on that is that you probably are getting a little bit of spillover, okay? I don't think we've done any research to be able to say 100% for sure, yep, that's what's happening. But we have seen an increase in some calls for service over in the Hunters Ridge area, and you know, crime moves. It doesn't usually stay still. So on occasion, you're probably going to get a little bit of spillover. But I still, and Jason, you can pipe in here. You still have the strongest, the best neighborhood. It's awesome, and it continues to be awesome. So I think for that, everyone should be proud.